Another podcast episode. About to meet up with Jax, Insight and Follies. We're gonna talk more on the future of the channel and what I got coming up. About to start filming. Second episode. Got some new mics. What do you call the mics? The new setup for the podcast. Check this out. Check this out. Yeah, picture. Dope. We're doing round 2 of the podcast. Look at this, look at that, look at that. Amazing. We're gonna go into detail about future, what I got going on, possible next steps, and the little caveats there in the middle that you gotta stay tuned to watch. I'm gonna leave a link down below for this episode when it airs. Just got done filming. Oh, hold on. What up, y'all? Go round 2. What podcast? Just filmed first hour. She's right now. So we just filmed the first hour of the podcast, and we talked a lot of good stuff, y'all. Talking about from social media to family to kids to the future, about where I see myself going, where we see ourselves going, and the things that we're hoping to accomplish, or ideas we have in our head at the age and the time where we're living in right now. And there's a lot of things that we talked about that I found so fascinating, because I feel like the time and the internet that we have right now, it's exposing a lot of us, but also at the same time, I'm a little more optimistic about it, because if you're not an asshole and a bad person, you can do some good, documenting the journey, my debt-free journey. I've been on a roll and slowly gaining this audience and keeping myself accountable by putting these budget videos out there that I'm able to show you guys and document for myself. I talk about also here in the episode, I talk about what's next after that. For small majority of you guys are asking, well, after the debt-free journey, what's next? You know, following baby steps. I go into that in the podcast here. I'm excited talking about it, man, because it's a lot of things just sparked my interest. And yes, thank you. Laughing at me over here. There's a lot of things out here that we're doing that I feel like will be so awesome seeing it 20, 30 years down the road, you know? And for some reason that sparks my interest. I'm talking about that a lot, and I feel like for some reason I enjoy that, what's gonna turn out, you know, the state of the internet, you know, how AI, as it gets better, how this whole journey of mine is gonna come out at the end. Down the road, like anybody wants to, you know, I'll get into all that later. But yeah, so far so good. Gonna get back into it. We're gonna go to round 2, the last hour. And then yeah, call it a day. If you're liking this video, smash the like button. Let me know what you think. Appreciate it. At Jackson's, aka Insights and Follies place right now. And oh, it's green screen. You know what green screens are used for? Oh, look, it's a podcaster. Can you see that? You see who that is? Yeah. We're doing a little folly today. It's going with the video that's gonna be coming out of the podcast. If you haven't subscribed to yet, you should, because you're gonna miss out on this goodness. Yo! It's all good, it's all good. You like that? You like that? Bloopers all day, baby. All day. All right, gotta move this green screen. So, you're probably watching this part of the video and thinking, wait a minute, Raul had a shorter beard, his haircut was trimmed a little shorter, and a different shirt on. You're not losing your mind, you technically are right. The footage earlier in this video was filmed Dude, when was this? Like 6 months ago? For the episode of the podcast. Now, the holidays had to go by. You know, everybody, we're not in town. We couldn't coordinate the same time. But now, we are currently filming the Folly part, which just goes in the beginning and the end of the podcast episodes on YouTube. So if you haven't checked out the podcast yet, check it out. Link down in the description down below. The action director. The struggle is real. It's getting cold. We're almost done with shooting this scene, and we got one more inside, and then we're done for the day. Then old Jax is gonna have to do the editing, and that's the hard part. Let me do it again. Damn it! That was a seat. Oscar, dude. That was